in New Light Video Magazine. Seeing in a New Perspective, October issue 2013, Volume 8. Feature story: America's Most Haunted City, Savannah, Georgia, with Shannon Scott. Ghost Cities in China. Rolling Green Project, home brewing for the holidays. All Hallows Eve and Samhain. Fire Safety Month. Planet Nibiru, myth, legend, or history. Ouija, it's not just a game. Spooky entertainment, with the Graveyard Mafia and Spooky Empire. The herb belladonna. Ghost Nebula. Starscope Zodiac and Cusp Astrology Monthly Forecast. Catch the monthly music trivia, the top 10 movie picks, and the celestial calendar inside. See more at www.innewlightvideomagazine.com or on YouTube. Table of Contents. About in New Light Video Magazine. Contributors and credits. Otherworld News. Ghost Cities in China. Rolling Green Project. All Hallows Eve and Samhain. Fire Safety Month tips. Feature story: America's Most Haunted City with Shannon Scott. Mystic Corner. What's Up? Nibiru. Ouija, it's not just a game. Entertainment Central. Music Trivia. Spooky Entertainment. Top 10 Spooky Movie Picks. Holistic Health. The herb belladonna. Astronomy and Astrology. Astronomy Photo of the Month, Ghost Nebula. Celestial Events Calendar. Starscope's Astrology Zodiac and Cusp Forecast. What are the starscopes? Find your zodiac or cusp sign and see what the stars have in store for you this month. About in New Light Video Magazine. In New Light Video Magazine is an innovative video magazine created to share news and stories that may allow you to gain new perspectives of our world. We strive to bring things into a new light by researching and exploring world events, news, and information. In New Light Video Magazine is a written and narrated magazine in a video format that can basically read itself to you, making it user-friendly for the hearing and visually impaired. We wanted to make it easy to access our information and to view it in a format that can be seen almost anywhere the internet is available, making our publication worldwide. Our monthly publications are uploaded to YouTube each month and available to view on your phone, tablet, and computer, without the need for apps. We hope you enjoy this new and innovative way of seeing things in a new light. We are always interested in new topics that can offer a new perspective of seeing things in our world. If you have a story or topic you would like to share with us, submit a brief description and send us an email at innewlightmag@gmail.com. Become a contributor and you will receive special mention in our credits, and you may qualify for an ad space. For more information on advertising space in our magazine, please send a request to the above email and place ad space in the subject. To stay up to date with us, you can always go to our website at innewlightvideomagazine.com. Become a contributor. Show your support to bring things in a new light for the world. Share your comments, read our blogs, get informed and inspired. Find us on our Blog Talk Radio to listen to the audio and chat with the staff. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We'll see you there. Uplift, create, and share at Anahata Healing Arts in the Starland District of Savannah. www.anahatahealingarts.com.
Ghost cities. Are they building them for economic growth or just being prepared? When we hear the word ghost cities, we often think of old abandoned cities out in the old Wild West. This is definitely not what I am talking about. Not too long ago, it was brought to my attention that China was building cities out in the middle of nowhere. They are fully functional houses, apartments, businesses, and other places and things that you would normally find in a regular city, except there's no one living there. The sight of these cities can be eerie. But as Nicole Wong, a CLSA analyst, states that these cities aren't exactly habitable. They are pretty much concrete shells. Meaning, if one should want to purchase and move in, they would have to install everything from kitchen sinks to flooring to showers. Miss Wong went on a tour of 137 projects in 3 Chinese cities. She also stated that she had seen pedestrian, mini cars, and air conditioning being installed in the largest ghost city, Jingzhou. In her most recent visit in August, Miss Wong stated, "I asked local people about what they think about Jingzhou being a ghost city, and the answer is, what? They don't actually have any idea they're being labeled a ghost city. As this clearly states, there are people living there, but satellite pictures haven't been able to catch any of these many cars or pedestrians." Supposedly these cities were built to enhance their economy, but just didn't take off well. This is a bit hard for me to believe since there is constant talk on the news about China's overpopulation and city crowding. Also, if they are having trouble filling these cities, why are they working on building 20 more? So what exactly is the reason these cities were built? As government disclosures are happening daily, we are beginning to see how we have been misled in our thinking of what is truly going on here on Earth and our galaxy. With all the earthquakes, flooding, unexplained sounds, and sinkholes that keep happening, is China trying to tell us something about their land? Many believe that China is preparing for some sort of devastation. It is widely known that their eastern coastline is sinking, so maybe these cities are being built allotting for that. Look at Japan. Japan has been having great difficulties since the tsunami that caused great devastation to these cities and their nuclear plants, which is beginning to cause problems for all in the Pacific Ocean. Could China be planning for the day that Japan has a tremendous devastation and begins to sink? Doing more research, I have found they built a city called Tangducheng, which is deserted. That is an exact replica of Paris, France. This city is complete with its own Eiffel Tower and Champs-Élysées. They are in the process of building a new city called New Langzhou, which is close to the older original city, Langzhou, of which they are leveling a 700 mountain range to construct this city. These cities being constructed are not just regular cities. They are beautiful, extravagant cities that are perfectly designed. They claim these cities are ghost cities because they are having trouble filling these cities with people. Then why continue the construction of them? So what exactly is going on here? These cities are luxury real estate, beautifully designed, even artistic, but as pictures show, they are deserted. It is as if they are just waiting for people to come fill their streets, live in their houses and apartments, and have booming businesses. Could this be an idea that wasn't fully thought out? Or are these cities there for preparation of massive global change? As in most things, we can question it all and still not get the full truth. As eerie as these cities look, they still are very unique and beautiful. Go check out the YouTube videos of these cities. Read all the articles that are out there and decide for yourself. Then come visit us on Facebook and let us know what you find. These are some ghost cities that I wouldn't mind checking out myself. Thank you for watching and listening. This is Stacy Hill in New Light Video Magazine.
From the ground up, lapidary, wire wrapping, and custom jewelry designs by Marty Farley. facebook.com/fromthegroundup01.
Home brewing for the holidays with the Rolling Green Project. While we've been at Turning Beyond Ranch, one of the things we've been harvesting is the fresh fruits from the apple, cherry, and plum trees. When staring at a large batch of apples, we decided to try our hands at fermentation and making homemade hard cider and wines with the organic juices we were creating. This sent me into a whole new world of research to find out just what it takes to create a fine brew at home. And I must add a disclaimer here. This is intended for people of legal drinking age and not to be used otherwise. Now, with that said, I have found it can be as simple as grabbing a couple of ingredients from the grocery store to being a major chemistry project. It really depends on the quality of taste and type of fermentation you want to achieve. The avid winemaker would cringe at the simple closet brew I challenged and tested, and it almost defies the time and care put into a fine wine. With any brewing project, there are 4 main factors to keep in check for the best possible outcome. First and foremost is sterilization. A lot of things can taint your fermentation, so you want to be sure that the bottles are scalded and your utensils are sanitized. Second is the type of yeast you use. There are many selections of brewing yeast to help you achieve a desired type of wine. Or, for the impatient home brewer, Fledgman's rapid-acting yeast from most any grocery store proved to do a fine job. The bread yeast is not recommended by the brewing connoisseur, as it affects the flavor to create a lower quality wine, but it takes your brew about 7 days instead of 2 to 4 weeks, and with some aeration and proper decanting, it turned out to be a perfectly drinkable concoction. And last but hardly least, your juice must be free of preservatives or it will not ferment. During this research, I found a blog with a simple home recipe called How to Make Drinkable Wine in Just 1 Week. After reading all the technical winemaking and possible issues, I almost couldn't believe that it could be that simple, but it was. I had to test this out for myself, so we bought a gallon of True Value white grape with peach juice for our base. I chose the no sugar added for a drier, lower carb wine, and made sure it was 100% real juice with no preservatives to stop fermentation. The citric acid is okay. I also chose the rapid-acting yeast in hopes it would really be ready in a week. I sterilized an old gallon wine jug, poured in about 3/4 of the gallon of juice, and added 1 packet of the yeast. The total cost of the ingredients was under $7, with 2 yeast packets to spare in case it worked really well. After adding the yeast, I capped it tightly, shook it well, then unscrewed the cap just enough to let the pressure that will be building during fermentation escape to avoid an exploded mess in the closet. Keeping your wine in a dark place with no sunlight is the last key to making sure your brew turns out tasty. The fermentation began almost instantly, creating the little bubbles as the yeast ate the sugars. We checked on it every couple of days, and exactly 7 days later, the fermentation process had stopped, the silt had settled, and we were ready for a taste test. With the organic juices, we used brewing yeast and took a little bit longer. I will say it really does make the difference in flavor between a cheap wine and a fine brew. I would definitely recommend the organic juice and brewing yeast, but if you'd like to make your own fast hard apple cider for the holidays, grab a gallon of juice at the store, drop in the rapid-acting yeast, and test it out in about a week. Rebottle it and let it sit in a dark, cool place or the fridge until you're ready to introduce your fine creation at your holiday parties. Don't be afraid to add some spices in before brewing either. They taste wonderful in the finished cider. So do a little research of your own and always drink responsibly. This is Samantha Phoenix using organic juices for holiday home brewing with the Rolling Green Project for In New Light Video Magazine. Keep up to date with the Rolling Green Project's happenings at www.rollinggreenproject.org.
Creative Divine Studios, the transformative power of sacred sound, the School of Sound and Energy Resonance with Mur Demarmian. Contact Mur at facebook.com/Creative Divine or facebook.com/Melinda Demarmian.
October is upon us yet again. When we think of October, visions of the Hollywood witch with warts on her nose? children dressed up as monsters, and of course those children going door to door trick-or-treating for candy. As silly as that may sound, some of us may even wonder, where did this holiday come from? Halloween, All Hallows Eve, and Samhain are just a few names for this holiday. So while the names for a day children go door to door begging for candy, this day goes all the way back about 2,000 years ago to the ancient Celts. The Celtic word Samhain simply meant summer's end. Thus, October 31st was the end of summer to them, and November 1st was the beginning of a new year. It was a night of dressing in costumes, bonfires, ceremonies, and celebrating the dead. It was believed that this night the dead roamed the earth, and dressing in these costumes kept malevolent spirits away. Some also laid bread and milk out for the souls crossing that night, trick-or-treating. It is important to note that November 1st is also known as All Saints' Day, which came about when Byzantine Emperor Leo VI, the Wise, to commemorate the passing of his wife, Empress Theophano, in 893. In Western Christianity, All Saints' Day is followed by All Souls' Day on November 2nd. The origin of the festival All Saints, celebrated in the West, dates to 13 May 609 or 610 by Pope Boniface IV, who consecrated the Pantheon at Rome to the Blessed Virgin Mary and all the martyrs. The ancient Romans, who had similar theme as the Celtic holiday of Samhain, celebrated the festival of Lemuria, which was also a harvest festival. In Mexico, November 1st is referred to as Day of the Dead, which is celebrated by having rituals and gathering of families to honor their deceased ancestors. It seems all over the globe there is a kind of celebration, festivity, going on to honor the dead, an ending. It is pretty much the end of growing season for farmers, marking a time of ending. It is normally the time we are going into the winter, a dark time, in order to be resurrected in the spring. In our current society, we feel that we are advanced beings and think maybe this holiday is one of commercialized hype, forcing consumers to spend money on frivolous things. In truth, by all the historical evidence left behind by our ancestors, this was and maybe still should be an honored holiday. Not so much as trying to dress to ward off malevolent spirits, but one of honoring our ancestors and the past that they have helped lay before us. A time to honor our ancestors for their sacrifices they made at attempting to aid us in our advanced societies. Maybe we should pay more attention to them, listen to the messages they left behind, opening our minds and our hearts and actually learning from them. What are your plans this All Hallows Eve? Do you plan to honor your ancestors with some type of ceremony or dinner? We would love to hear what you have in mind for this day. Find us on Facebook and share with us your plans or family traditions. Or does your culture celebrate this day differently or not at all? We would love to hear from you. Have a blessed All Hallows Eve, All Saints Day, Day of the Dead, All Souls Day, and whatever your tradition plans are celebrating. This is Stacy Hill in New Light Video Magazine.
Reiki Attunement Classes with Reiki Master Instructor Reverend Stacy Hill. For more information, send an email to revstacyhill@gmail.com and start a journey in Reiki today. Hi, it's Rich with the New Light Video Magazine, and October is Fire Safety Month. So I decided to call my friend Mark Leary with the Norfolk Fire Department to discuss some fire safety tips for the home. Here's what Mark had to say.
Because it turns out 2 of every 5 fires start in the kitchen, and unattended cooking is usually the biggest culprit. The good news is usually people have a smoke detector or alerted at times, the neighbors hear it or something like that. When we get there, cut it off, very little damage.
Because of the quality of the phone call, that may have been a bit hard to hear, but it was important, so I'll reiterate. Most fires start in the kitchen because of unattended cooking, so always remember to check before you leave the house. But what about smoke detectors? Where's the best place to get them?
Oh, yeah, smoke detectors are great. They've saved so many lives. You know, you can go pick up smoke detectors in any local store pretty much. Most major cities, city I work in, has a free smoke detector program also, and it is very underutilized because people don't know about it. But if you call your non-emergency number in your city, tell them you're looking for a smoke detector, you have a very good chance that they're going to say, hey, answer a few questions, give us your information, and you'll even have, in most cases, the fire engine will come to your house for an arranged appointment and will install the smoke detector in the best location.
So if you need a smoke detector in your house, you can pick one up at your local store or call your local fire department's non-emergency number and see if they offer a free smoke detector program in your area. What a great idea.
Oh yeah, it's great. Well, yeah, everybody thinks firefighters is the only thing we're doing is there to put out the fire, but fire prevention is actually much more important than that. If you stop the fire from ever occurring, then nobody loses life, property. It's not nearly as exciting, but hey, in the long run, that's what we're there for overall. Fire prevention.
Fire prevention is very important. But what's the first thing you should do if there is a fire?
Get outside. If you look at your home now, most people enter and exit the same way all the time. If you come up with 2 or more exit plans, that's always better than on if your house allows for that. We also like for people to have a meetup place located outside their home so that if 2 people run out the back door, 3 run out the front, they all come around to a tree. You don't want to get too close to the house, but close enough so that when the fire department arrives, communicate to us, hey, yes, we've done a head count, everybody is here, or you can tell us, hey, we're missing somebody, that's their bedroom up on the 2nd floor, and if we need to, we can do an event in our search type rescue room. So definitely try and have a meetup spot outside.
Thank you, Mark, for all that you do and for taking the time today to show fire safety to people in a new light.
Well, thank you very much. This is one of my favorite parts of the job.
As always, thanks for watching and listening. This is Rich with the New Light Video Magazine. The Veil. Gifts for the mind, body, and spirit. Visit them online at theveil.storenvy.com.
Hi everybody, I'm Tammy Sabo with the New Light Video Magazine, and we are in Savannah, Georgia, one of America's most beautiful cities. It's also known as America's most haunted city, and we are here with Shannon Scott, who is actually the man responsible for helping Savannah get that name. So, hi Shannon, thanks for being here with us.
My pleasure, thanks.
Can you tell us how Savannah actually got this name, America's most haunted city? How did that come about?
Well, I mean, on one level, Savannah's always had this heritage that it's been recognized for. I mean, some of the ghost stories of Savannah goes back to the American Revolution. When Duke University's parapsychology program happened in the 1930s, they came to Savannah often enough to kind of study the poltergeist phenomenon going on here. But as I started doing research into kind of journaling things more historically as a storyteller, and sharing those things with audiences, I became more and more interested in, who had made, I guess, history in maybe parapsychology, psychical phenomenon, and so forth and so on. And one of the names that I came across was Dr. Andrew Nichols. And Dr. Andrew Nichols was an esteemed parapsychologist that had gone to the J.B. Rhine Institute at Duke University. And as we were talking, he basically said, I need to hold my first conference in Savannah for my nonprofit, the American Institute of Parapsychology. And I knew that this was a great moment for not only Savannah, or potentially, but as well his organization. He awarded the city the America's Most Haunted City Award, which is his organization's highest honorarium. So it was also a scientific recognition from a very well-respected, in fact, the most funded field research group in the science operating today, at least in the United States and possibly the world.
So, Shannon, being in America's most haunted city, what would you say would probably be some of the most haunted areas in Savannah?
Well, I think as far as historical activity, an area called the Colonial District today, which is near the Pirate's House restaurant, that has, I guess, scientifically the most determinable activity. There's a lot of poltergeist phenomenon around there. It also is home to kind of Savannah's original haunted house, which is called the Hampton Lilliebridge House. It's been exorcised 4 times by 2 different churches. It has also been declared the most psychically possessed house in America at one time, which gave it kind of a national fame in the 60s. And Jim Williams, the antique dealer who became central to the novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, he restored it. He lived there for a time, went through the first exorcism and a whole host of paranormal activity. And I would say from a scientific level, there's not a house in America that can touch what is documented on the Hampton Lily Bridge house. I think the Amityville certainly may have like the fame, but as far as the facts, I would say Lily Bridge has, kind of the, the lead or something like that. That
sounds quite awesome. I also am aware that you have a documentary that you created as America's Most Haunted City. Can you tell us a little bit about that and maybe where the viewers can find that?
Sure. After working for some ghost television shows and they had featured Savannah and I helped them feature Savannah, I wanted to create a film that was more of my narrative and an attempt to, share some of the details about, just kind of my view of things in Savannah that I had experienced or others had experienced, people that I knew that were like friends and neighbors for a long time. So over about a 6-year period, a little longer in a way, we put together, some friends and I, the America's Most Haunted City film and as well soundtrack. My friend Edwin Brown, DJ Blue Ice as he's known in some quarters, did all the music, 12 tracks for it, and I was really excited about that because I love music. And, it was a self-financed film, not perfect, but I think it does have a lot of merits, and so that was released within the past year or so, but it's really now just starting to get traction in the public.
Awesome.
And people can download it on arena.com. They can go to amazon.com or arena.com and buy a hard copy of it as well.
Okay. That sounds great. Thank you, Shannon, so much for sharing about how America's Most Haunted City is right here in Savannah, Georgia. And it's finding something new and a new light, finding a new perspective on places that you thought you knew. Where can we find out more about you and what you do? Because you do other things too, right?
Sure, you can go to shannonscott.com and you can learn about the tours that I give, which are largely cemetery tours, day and evening. In fact, we offer Savannah's only evening cemetery event called Bonaventure Cemetery After Hours. And it's a very exclusive peek at Victorian Cemetery that's very famous. And cemeteries are kind of my bag now more than ghosts, but I still bring a lot of the same passion and I think storytelling craft to those things.
Bonaventure. It's one of my favorite cemeteries anywhere in the world, I think. It's got its own little charm, definitely. Mm-hmm. So find out more about Shannon Scott's tours in Bonaventure and here in Savannah, Georgia, and then experience why Savannah is America's Most Haunted City yourself. I'm Tammy Sabo with the New Light Video Magazine. Thank you for listening and watching. We'll see you next time.
The Savannah Deck. Celebrate Savannah's history with a limited edition box set available at www.thesavannahdeck.com.
What's up? Nibiru. Planet X. What is it exactly? And is this our origin or the comet Ison? Nibiru is one planet that is really in the spotlight right now. Referred to as Planet X by ancient Sumerian text, some believe it to be the famed comet Ison, and according to ancient Sumerian text, which some believe the Holy Bible was derived from, is the home of the Anunnaki, which is where some believe we came from. It is supposed to be the 12th planet of our solar system. The true meaning of planet Nibiru is planet of crossing. In the hydrophilic of Sumerians and Egyptians, they talked about how planet Nibiru had an elliptical orbit than a normal horizontal orbit. That's a lot of talk about a simple planet. Or is it just a simple planet? In August 14, 1978, 6 weeks after we discovered Pluto had a satellite, it was realized that Pluto was too light to have a pull on our atmosphere as it did. They believed that Pluto was a moon for Neptune that had fell off. They felt that there was another planet out there past Pluto and possibly bigger than the size of Jupiter. A March 1992 report stated that unexplained deviations in the orbit of Uranus and Neptune point to a larger outer solar system body of 4 to 8 of Earth masses on a highly tilted orbit beyond 7 billion miles from the Sun. For a bit of clarity on the size, they believe that this planet is 20 times the size of Jupiter, as well as having a burning moon, which is believed to be the Nibiru's only sun. It is believed that Nibiru is planet X, and that we are in its orbit. As it comes closer and closer to Earth, it will grab the Great Atlantic Rift, and it will get pulled down toward planet X. So eventually, planet X will grab the crust, which will stop turning the core and slide it up over the North Pole and then let go of it. When it lets go, the new North Pole will be the eastern tip of Brazil. This will even include 600-foot tidal waves, as well as a rock storm and other devastation. This, of course, is speculation, but this can explain China building ghost cities. These are fully functional cities just waiting for people to move in. They did this because they feel the southeastern China plate will be sinking, which parts of it now has already began to sink. When this planet came between Mars and Jupiter, it did cause great devastation during its flyby of these planets. There is a lot of speculation here because a lot of this information is kept secret. This is where I believe that we need to begin or continue our research on ancient indigenous cultures. The Sumerian texts state that the Anunnaki, supposed citizens of Nibiru, came to this planet 25,000 years, aiding in the development of humanoids. Even the Mayans predicted this planet, or according to them, a certain dark energy in the shape of a planet, which would be coming near Earth in the distant future. James McCanney, an expert on planet Nibiru in the Mayan history, explained around 10,000 years ago, major devastation occurred which destroyed many civilizations on our planet. He also explained how ruined cities in South America were vanishing not because of war or plague, but major physical destruction on Earth. He went on to say that before Nibiru passed by us 10,000 years ago, the North Pole was somewhere in the state of Wisconsin, while South Pole was somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. There is a lot of speculation, yes, but I do feel it would be greatly worth our while to do some investigation on the subject. Our ancestors left behind messages for us in order to help others in the future. I do not think these people would just write these types of things out for no reason at all. They had to believe in it or experienced it. It seems that our governments, or NASA, will not share much about the happenings of this planet, especially considering it was blacked out for a good while. So what is truly going on? Are we being warned of great devastation that is coming our way? Will the Anunnaki, citizens of Nibiru, help us or take advantage of the situation? We have to take in consideration that many believe this idea was started in 1976 by a book written by Zechariah Sitchin titled The 12th Planet. And others believe that Nibiru was confused by Comet Elan when it appeared in 2011. For something that some believe a hoax, it sure does have a lot of attention. It is important for us to do our own research, reading the pros and cons. This is one subject that we could discuss a great deal. As always, we would love to hear from you and what you think about this. Get in touch with us on Facebook and let us know what you think or know. Thank you for checking us out our video magazine. We truly appreciate you. And if you appreciate our work, please visit our webpage and contribute to us. These contributions help bring us information so you can see things in a new light. This is Stacy Hill in New Light Video Magazine.
Myth-busting Ouijasticians, proven or busted. As we come into the holiday season of Halloween, The colors and smells of fall and the chilly nights by a campfire just enhance the urges to watch, see, and read things that are scary. This is a time people pull the old Ouija out of the closet and blow the dust off thinking it will be a fun party game. Well, it could definitely get interesting. The term Ouija-stitions and the following list of myths have been found during my research on the site of the Museum of Talking Boards, as well as others. While doing research for a book I wrote, Ouija is not just a game. After finding these myths, I was inspired to retort and have included some of my favorite Ouija-stitions for your Halloween season enjoyment. Due to the many stories, true and embellished, the reputation of the spirit board is mostly one of fear. These myths usually stem from some basis of truth, whether from an honest experience or from one blown out of proportion. The spirit board has the power to create its own shady rep. Never play alone. Busted. The spirit board is no more or less harmful when using it alone or as a group. A person prone to possession will be equally vulnerable either way, having nothing to do with the tool itself. Parker Brothers, of course, will suggest that it only works with 2 or more. This is due to the fact that channeling that energy as a singular user takes a lot of practice or a natural aptitude for channeling. For the average person, using a board alone right out of the gate or box won't work. I personally find using it alone to be of greater value to the information received, which also negates any trust issues with other users. If the planchette goes to the 4 corners of the board, it means you have contacted an evil spirit. Busted. In actuality, if this happened, you're most likely to have a confused or agitated spirit that is having an issue with the mode of communication. Closing the session and starting over would be a good solution. Try asking for a translator in case of language barriers, or try yes-no questions until things smooth out in the communication process. If the planchette falls from the Ouija board, a spirit will get loose. Busted. If your planchette falls to the ground, hope it has a soft landing, because a broken planchette will need to be replaced. This will be your greatest concern. Seriously. If the planchette repeatedly makes a figure 8, it means that an evil spirit is in control of the board. Busted. The figure 8 or infinity symbol is actually used often in high magic as a symbol of eternal life and to communicate with the eternal spirits and divinity. The Egyptians revered it greatly in their mystic symbols as well. If you should get an evil spirit, quickly turn the planchette upside down and use it that way. Busted. I will inform you that this will not help you should you get a malevolent energy interacting with you. What you should do, however, is immediately call upon the spirit guides protecting your session, rebuke the communication, and invoke the closing of the board. Refuse the spirit further passage or presence in your dwelling or place of use, and smudge and bless your area and tools and put it all away for a few days. Evil spirits contacted through the Ouija board will try to win your confidence with false flattery and lies. Proven. The fact here is that any spirit communication is subject to the same trickery that any person you don't know may harbor. Spirits and entities can lie. This is where discernment comes in handy. Follow your intuition and pay close attention to any doubts you have with the integrity of the communication. Always be respectful and never upset the spirits. Proven. This is just good manners. Whether you're having a corporeal or incorporeal conversation, it's never nice to goad, incite, inflame, enrage, or offend your guests. So this Halloween, while sipping your homebrew organic hard cider, if someone pulls the Ouija out, you might want to quietly slip outside and ask for protection for yourself and your friends, or just test it out for yourself and see what happens. Either way, it's not just a game. You can receive a free copy of the book for further instructions and to read the full 21 ridiculous and credible myths about this ancient tool by contributing $1 or more to A New Light Video Magazine to support the staff, research, and efforts to bring more great topics into a new perspective. Visit the resources page at www.innewlightvideomagazine.com to get one. This is Samantha Phoenix with Mystic Corner of A New Light Video Magazine.
Stick a Pick. Never lose your pick again. Go to stickapick.com now or look for us on YouTube. Entertainment Central! Music trivia time. The answer to September's trivia question. Who is the solo artist that was also lead man for a band that sang about a refugee? Tom Petty. The song titled Refugee off the album Damn the Torpedoes by American rock band Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, released January of 1980 and peaked at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 Singles chart in 1980. This month's Halloween trivia question. Who created the zombie stomp? Look for the answer in the next issue, baby. And a new trivia question. Rich here with the New Light Video Magazine. And with Halloween fast approaching, we wanted to tell you about October's Ultimate Horror Weekend. Each year, horror fans of all ages gather in Orlando, Florida for Spooky Empire. The event gives fans the opportunity to mingle with their favorite horror movie and TV stars, buy collectibles from over 200 vendors and artists, see new and upcoming films as well as some old favorites, and take part in one of the largest zombie walks. But the fun doesn't stop there. Thanks to Graveyard Mafia, Spooky Empire has become host to the Hearse and Creepy Car Show. Each year, Robbie and Melissa Kozak dig up some of the coolest and creepiest rides you have ever seen and line them up for a monstrously exciting show. Do you have a creepy car or hellish hearse of your own? Then contact Robbie at zombiesquad1@yahoo.com for more information or to reserve your spot in the show. The prizes can include Best Hearse, Best Spooky Car, Best Bike, and People's Choice. All prizes awarded will be his and hers gifts, but the giving doesn't stop there. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so to help out, for the rest of October, when you purchase your tickets online, you will have an option to add a donation to your ticket price. Spooky Empire will match your donation 100%. So scare up some friends. Get your tickets now. Help out a good cause in the process. And get ready for a spooktacular weekend. This is Rich with INLVM.
10 classic movies for Halloween frights. The Halloween season would not be complete without grabbing a couple or 10 great horror flicks. For great entertainment and a few chills, we recommend Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho with the infamous shower scene, Halloween, of course, the original and the Rob Zombie remake, Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one of course, The Exorcist, Constantine, Pet Sematary, In the Mouth of Madness, Hellraiser, the original from 1987, Saw, and if you must have a zombie flick, grab some popcorn and a Twinkie and settle in for some great laughs with Zombieland. This is Samantha Phoenix with my favorite scares for In New Light Video Magazine.
For all your musical needs, it's the Georgia Music Warehouse, because everybody plays. And if you're just beginning, ask about their private lessons today.
Belladonna, an herb for ultimate relaxation. Belladonna, also known as deadly nightshade, was used in rituals honoring the Roman goddess of war, Bellona, a perfect herb for October. The name is said to be derived from the fact that Italian women at one time made drops from the plant, which caused their pupils to dilate, thus making them more desirable. Belladonna, beautiful lady. Belladonna is known to be used by witches to make flying ointments and astral projections. Most people only know of witches using belladonna. Few know of its healing benefits. Belladonna is one of those tricky herbs, mostly viewed as unsafe for use. Belladonna can be used as a sedative, soothe bronchial spasms as asthma, whooping cough, Parkinson's disease, colic, motion sickness, a painkiller, and cold and hay fever remedy. It is also good to use as an ointment, helping in leg pain caused by sciatica and nerve pain. Some have a cup of belladonna tea to help them sleep at night, helping them to relax and rest well. Like I stated above, belladonna is a tricky herb. Its chemicals are able to block nerve functions. Ingesting too much could cause your body to relax, even to the point that your heart could stop beating. That is the ultimate caution here. I would like to say belladonna has been used for many, many years, either for rituals or just for relaxation. This is an herb that needs a new look at. Sure, there are cautions with this herb, as one should caution even when handling this powerful herb, for it is one that forces you to practice moderation. This is an herb that you must use your own intuition with concerning its usage. I have personally seen someone touch the herb, then mess with her contact lens, inducing a deep sleep that she wasn't trying to do that. Thank you for listening, and again, please use caution when using all herbs. Namaste, Stacy Hill, and New Light Video Magazine.
Astronomy and Astrology. October Astronomy Photo of the Month. The Ghost Nebula. Iris 05437 +2502 is located in the constellation of Taurus. The Ghost Nebula is also known as Iris Ghost. It was first discovered in 1983 by the infrared astronomical satellite IRAS. Ever since it was discovered, it has perplexed astronomers, as there are few things that can't be explained about this nebula. The arch in the middle of the image that is projecting a hooded ghost head and upper body can't be explained, meaning they don't know how or why there is an arch present or where the light is coming from that is illuminating the halo. It has been a bit haunting and mysterious, and still is today. This image was taken by the Wide Field channel of the Advanced Camera for surveys aboard the Hubble Space Telescope. The photo credit is NASA, ESA, Hubble, R, Sahai, JPL.
Accurate accounting and payroll services for all your accounting and payroll needs.
Celestial event calendar for October of 2013. Wednesday, October 2nd, meteor shower Orionids begins. Thursday, October 3rd, will be optimal viewing for Uranus. Saturday, October 5th, will be new moon in Libra. Sunday, October 6th, meteor showers Draconids will begin. Tuesday, October 8th, meteor shower Draconids will peak at 10 an hour. Wednesday, October 9th, will be optimal viewing for Mercury. Thursday, October 10th, meteor showers Draconids will end, the Delta Aurigids will begin, and the Southern Taurids will peak at 5 an hour with a magnitude of 2.3. Friday, October 11th, meteor showers the Delta Aurigids will peak at 2 an hour with a magnitude of 3.0. Monday, October 14th, meteor shower Epsilon Geminids will begin. Friday, October 18th, will be a full moon in Taurus with a penumbral lunar eclipse. Meteor showers the Delta Aurigids will end, and the Epsilon Geminids will peak at 3 an hour. Saturday, October 19th, meteor shower the Leo Minorids will begin. Sunday, October 20th, meteor showers the Northern Taurids will begin. Monday, October 21st, Mercury goes into retrograde. Tuesday, October 22nd, the meteor shower Orionids will peak at 20 an hour with a magnitude of 2.5. Thursday, October 24th, meteor shower Leo Minorids will peak at 2 an hour with a magnitude of 3.0. Sunday, October 27th, meteor showers Epsilon Geminids will end, and the Leo Minorids will also end. On October 31st, Halloween, Ceres will go into retrograde. Retrograde planets this month are Mercury, Ceres, Uranus, and Neptune.
When information is beyond belief, beyond conspiracy, or beyond the norm, then it's beyond news. Find out more at articlechase.com/beyond news.
Starscope's Zodiac and Cusp Monthly Astrology Forecast for October of 2013. I'm Tammy Sabo, and I'll be your astrologer as we look into the stars this month. What are the Starscopes? This monthly astrology forecast brings a complete and unique forecast of the zodiac and cusp signs together in one publication. This forecast was created by calculating the movements of the planets, moon, stars, and constellations. I have interpreted how these energies may affect us by mapping the energies of these heavenly bodies based on astrology theories and aspects. The aspects are based on characteristics tendencies, emotion, transition phases, and positive and negative energy influences. This month, there are significant events that will be major points for us in astrology. The lunar eclipse, which signifies drastic changes internally and externally. It is believed that lunar eclipses are the universe's way to change our lives for the better. The other power energy force will be Mercury going into retrograde. The question to arise during this transit is usually, what do I really want? It is often a time to establish balance from the chaos to then emerge and grow. Prepare for bouts of being extra sensitive, nervous, and observant. To find out more information, visit our blog post at www.anewlightvideomagazine.com. Listen to our Blog Talk radio station to hear the magazine and chat with the staff. Aries, Zodiac, March 21st through April 19th. Expect your senses to be heightened this month, whereas you may be paying more attention to details and be able to see things that you didn't before. This will be a month for inner growth and wisdom. Depending on where you are in life, this could indicate a great deal of change. Change you may be making, or changes going on around you that will affect the direction you are taking in life. This month is likely to be somewhat emotional on a few levels. You may be faced with forces that try to get you off your path, as your values or the way you do things are being tested. Intense personal matters about you may arise that are too close for comfort and could really be an agitation. Look to make a transformation of some kind this month. Aries, Cusp, April 19th through April 24th. You may have a desire to gain material possessions that could be associated with work or projects that will help them advance. Opportunities to get real breakthroughs in the way you think and communicate with others are likely and could inspire an interest in forms of technology like computers and electronics. You are likely to have a desire to gain support from others or win them over. However, you may have overly sensitive emotions, so pay attention to your own feelings and avoid harsh situations if they come up. You will have a great deal of energy to face challenges. Taurus, Zodiac, April 20th through May 20th. If you feel your style is being cramped, this may be from an urge to get out. Being drawn to the outdoors or exercising is likely, and it could be just what you need. Good old fresh air. Communications will be favorable for you this month. An opportunity to speak your mind and get the things you feel are important across is likely to arise. Taking advantage of this opportunity will open new eyes and ears to values and ideas of yours with an interest or new understanding. A point of clarity is likely to come up in the most unlikely or unusual form. Depending on your stage in life, it will either be seeing the light from an unhappy phase or could create great inspiration for you. Taurus, Cusp, May 20th through May 23rd. You are likely to be driven with great willpower to win, be the best, and reach success in your field. You will enjoy a good challenge and are likely to feel competitive. However, this energy can make emotions intense. At times, this could result in you being overly aggressive or impatient towards others. Being hyper-focused and driven could make you appear or act self-centered. It can also foretell overworking yourself to burnout. Being aware of these energy forces and the effects that are likely could help you avoid some difficulties with others. You are likely to feel a need for action in your life and a way to release extra energy. Look to find ways to be active to avoid nervous energy. Gemini, Zodiac, May 21st through June 20th. You may find yourself in a very favorable position to take the initiative and be bold to push your way forward. You are likely to be entering a period of extreme progress with a potential for success too. Emotions heightened during this month could create passionate feelings towards someone or something that should be expressed. The energy influences are likely to heighten your physical side as well, creating a desire and need to be active. You are likely to find the most enjoyment by doing activities outdoors. You are likely to have robust energy and enthusiasm. Expect to be daring this month. Gemini, cusp, June 19th through June 23rd. Your ambition and independence are likely to be strong qualities for you this month. Energies influencing you during this phase could create a great deal of enthusiasm that could generate support as well as help in your efforts or projects. This opportunity is a good one to take advantage of in your work. If you don't already have a solid career or interest, during this phase you are likely to find one. You may enter a phase where you are secretive, as you feel more comfortable undisclosing things about yourself or personal struggles with others, even to those individuals who care or try to help. Cancer, zodiac, June 21st through July 22nd. The energy influences may bring bouts of nervous energy for you that are inclined to create tension and restlessness for you. You may feel a need for constant activity and are most likely to put this energy into work. Your keen sense to pay attention to details will be heightened, as you are most likely to be able to see all the options while you work at attaining a particular objective. A secret ambition of yours may arise and be inspired this month, but a lack of self-confidence can prevent or dampen the mood, especially if progress seems to drag. You may lose interest as fast as it came. Take the time to give yourself some downtime, as you will need to relax and recharge. Cancer, cusp, July 19th through July 24th. You will want to be cautious with things that are said or written, as the energy influences could create an inclination to overreact or exaggerate. Try to avoid being self-absorbed and pompous, because you may look back on how you handled a situation regretfully or foolish. The energy influences could be interfering with your determination and emotions. It could make for a tricky and uncomfortable phase, as this transit can often bring about feelings of discontentment with the way things are in your life and weaken your self-confidence. This offers no quick scheme. You are likely to find you have endurance that can see you through with patience and hard work that can pay off in the long run. Leo, zodiac, July 23rd through August 22nd. The influence this month will be a happy one, where you could have any or all these emotions: generous, kind, affectionate, understanding, and happy. Your popularity may also see an increase, and this will mean you are likely to be socializing and creating networks and alliances. Pay attention to how you communicate with others and always put your best foot forward, as this transit will have you captivating your audiences. Communications are in your favor, but there is a caution this month. You are likely to want to spend, as this will bring you enjoyment for yourself and others. However, luxury and the finer things will be in your mindset. It could be hard to resist the urge to splurge. Leo, cusp, August 19th through August 24th. The outlook this month will be optimistic and enterprising. An excellent influence is upon you for traveling for pleasure or business. During this month, a powerful intellectual influence may have you embarking on a new study or interest that is likely to be intellectually challenging, or that has the potential to develop into something like that. This is a good time to think about making extra money by either starting a project or investing in one. Purchases as well as investments are likely and often are those that will give long-lasting enjoyment. Virgo, zodiac, August 23rd through September 22nd. This month could be an ideal time to take a vacation. You may be drawn to start a new study venture. You are likely to want to communicate your ideas, and this could arise in a variety of ways, through journalism, the internet, or public speaking. There is seldom a better transit for taking examinations or tests. However, there is an inclination of restlessness or nervous energy that must be maintained, or things could get chaotic. In your career path, you are a force to be reckoned with, as the drive you have is likely to give you the determination to work hard and achieve objectives. This month, you may have to deal with your own rebellion as an inner struggle arises that may bring up old heartache or regret. Verbra, cusp, September 19 through September 24th. This month, a powerful transit will have some exciting, demanding, and sometimes strenuous effects on you. This phase often comes with a bit of tension, but changes usually happen and new forms of action are taken. Take care that your actions aren't impulsive, hasty, or manipulated from someone else's actions. You may find that you have a real yearning for studying, or to be working on new creative hobbies that often can have a scientific interest. Transits you will be experiencing this month are likely to promote serious thoughts regarding relationships. If there have been issues, this is a good chance to sort them out. Libra, zodiac, September 23rd through October 22nd. You are likely to have an adventurous spirit flowing about you. You may experience a strong desire to travel in order to experience and see other places. This could be distant places or a short journey, anything that will create excitement and fulfill your need for adventure. Generally, there is a readiness to accept and face challenges with bravery during this phase. However, the constant need to move further and forward may create restlessness, especially if plans become frustrating. Therefore, try to find a little patience along the way and take the time to relax and recharge. Lipio, cusp, October 19th through October 24th. You are likely to have great determination towards working hard and are able to do so willingly in order to achieve your goals. Although you may lack patience with others that don't share that same feeling, the influence this month will have your sense of attention to detail heightened and will help you in anything you are working on by enabling you to work in a detailed way through organization. This transit can be a damper on your love life, as your focus is likely to be centered around working to achieve your objectives, so patience with your partner is going to be at hand and may become an issue if the relationship is not strong enough to be understanding. Scorpio, zodiac, October 23rd through November 21st. This month you may identify with human suffering with a tendency to take on other people's burdens and work hard to help lighten the load for them. You may develop, if you don't already have it, an interest in counseling. There is a strong indication that although you may be willing to help others with their burdens, you will have difficulty unloading your own problems on anyone else, and tend to lead toward being secretive with your own worries. You are likely to look back on this as a transforming time in your life. The eventual outcome may be a fresh start in some area. Often this result of overcoming some past blocks and frustrations. This could be a demanding period that is not easy but is eventually rewarding. Scortarius, cusp, November 19th through November 24th. This month you may be strongly influenced by your emotions, and reaction to them will be enhanced, which could have you in a romantic mood. Passionate feelings you have about someone or something should be expressed. All should go well as long as you don't overreact to current problems or situations and get them out of perspective. You may get a new inspiration from something of little significance that impresses you to make dramatic developments. Making important changes during this phase are very likely and often stem from a newfound clarity that opens a clear path to progress in. Sagittarius, zodiac, November 22nd through December 21st. Emotions will be high this month around you and within you. Prepare for a roller coaster of emotions this month as you venture through a month that is sure to show great progress and challenges. During these transits, conflicts that arise can result in coming to terms with issues from the past once and for all. This may not be an easy period, but will have lasting and rewarding effects on you and could directly affect projects in a manner that will have you looking at issues and obstacles in a new way to resolve them. You are likely to be a good listener and friend, but will tend to keep your own struggles to yourself. Sagicorn, cusp, December 19th through December 24th. The transits this month will have you in a sensitive mood, and you are likely to have a great deal of compassion for others and their struggles. Even being generous with your time to be there when help is needed. By helping others with their struggles, a form of clarity is likely to emerge for you that will help you find new ways to face your own struggles. Physical energy will have you feeling like getting your body in motion, and you may feel that you can go and go. Although paying attention to health will be important for you, as you will need to know when to slow down and avoid overdoing and exhaustion. Capricorn, zodiac, December 22nd through January 19th. You will have to pay attention to excess regarding your activities this month, as overdoing it is very likely. You are likely to have a tendency to naturally want to take care of others and will drop what you are doing to hurry to someone's aid. Your compassion towards others will be heightened as your generosity to give your time is likely. However, you need to be cautious of taking on too much work or responsibility, as this could be weighing on you and this can be affecting your health. You may need to take a more serious interest into your own health matters and start making improvements towards getting on a healthier pattern. Caprius, cusp, January 18th through January 23rd. The influences this month are likely to cause you to experience a time in which life moves forward very progressively, and the outlook is optimistic and positive. The caution here is not to take on too much or be too optimistic. Keep yourself grounded in reality and don't allow yourself to get lost chasing a passing fancy that won't transpire or fizzle out. This is a time of expansion, so it will be hard not to follow the urge to take on many things at once. This month is likely to encourage involvement in and excitement with intellectual and stimulating challenges. Aquarius, zodiac, January 20th through February 18th. It may not be an easy time, but it is likely to be rewarding in the long run. Issues are possible to arise that will force you to work through challenges and blocks to finally find resolve. From this, you have a great possibility to gain inner peace and take a load off your mind once and for all. Acceptance is going to be the key. Fix what you can and accept what you can't and move onward. This may entail you leaving things behind to gain something new. You are likely to be taking on more responsibility. During this transit, you are likely to be ready to take some risk, and your creative talents are likely to blossom. Aquaseas, cusp, February 18th through February 22nd. Family life may take a leading role for you this month, as you are likely to find the most enjoyment from your own personal sanctuary, which is where you live and those you spend most of your free time with. You may feel like putting your energy into making improvements or redecorating around the house, or you may be moving to a new place. Either way, you are likely to have great enthusiasm and your creative and self-expression is sure to emerge. You may experience a new appreciation from the past that could come in the forms of how you were raised and the values it created. Pisces, zodiac, February 19th through March 20th. If you have been under the weather or ill, the transit can speed up your recovery. This month you are likely to be energetically driven with precision to carry out the daily rounds of work. However, you may have little patience with dreary, boring routines. So as long as you have tasks to keep you busy and keep them exciting and interesting, you will be able to find great enjoyment as well as be able to reach new levels of achievement. Your assertive side may not be noticeable that much, but a willingness to serve and be energetically helpful will be ever present. This month, a focus on caring for your home and family are a major influence. Pisces, cusp, March 19th through March 24th. You are likely to experience additional determination and a driving energy force, as well as possible stubbornness to be increased. You should be able to come to terms with any ongoing or deep-rooted issues or phobias to get them resolved. Breakthroughs in your work or projects could open up during this time, making it possible for you to solve problems and reach new levels of accomplishment. Improved solutions, insights, and approaches make this an opportunity not to be passed over. The caution for you this month will be to avoid overly nervous energy that could make you edgy or tense.